Hey y'all, welcome back to Flat Tire Farm. Got started on a project here today I thought I'd take y'all along with me on. So it's pretty well getting into spring here on the farm, but that does not mean that we're done dealing with snow. As you can see behind me, it's still several feet of snow. So I'm dealing with an issue here that has bit us in the past. So this is our shelter logic that we use for all kinds of stuff: firewood, construction materials, hay, you name it. All right, this is a fairly new one. We had one last year, is now in tiny little pieces, crushed. And what you see over here on this side is the reason why. So while these shelter logics are beefed up a little bit, they're pretty strong, they still can't handle the snow loads that we get out here in Willow. And because of that, you have to keep the top cleared off. So last year, we started clearing off the top of the shelter logic and getting all the snow off. Well, once you have several feet of snow, as you can see here, you start knocking the snow off and it gets, that's 2 foot up off the ground there. It doesn't take too terribly long until the snow gets so high up in there that you just can't knock the snow off the roof. There's nowhere to go. On probably the worst day of last winter, the whole thing imploded. This year, I've done a much better job on this side. The problem is, before winter hit, we did not get a chance to clear everything out of the way on the north side. We're on the south side right now. So on the north side, first problem, I did not think about this when I set up a sawmill. This mound right here is our sawmill. You'll probably be seeing this a bunch this summer. And it is virtually right in front of where I need to be in order to get a straight shot with the tractor. Number two, before winter hit, I did not get enough time to get all the material picked up. So we got our firewood sitting in here. We've got what's left of our hay. There's a big mound of hay down here that's not in a bale because, well, the pigs escaped and found where I keep the hay. So that's awesome. So at any rate, I took a bunch of stuff out of here so we could stack all this firewood in here. I staged it outside, and then I never got to it before the snow hit. So unfortunately, what that means for Mr. Reeve is I am digging by hand to get this snow that is built up on the sides. This is, yeah, you can see the top of the shelter logic up there, but none of that snow will come off when I try to clear it because it has nowhere to go. I've already started chopping at it. A lot of it is kind of icy, so this is going to be a blast. All right, there's one more crazy thing I want to show you that I've discovered. What's happening is the weight of all of this snow on this side is pushing it in, and there's no snow on the other side to keep it from just leaning over. See if you can see this over here. It's a little hard to tell because I may or may not have whacked this corner with the tractor, so that's why it's round and not straight. But if you look at the whole thing, and you can kind of see it up top, of course ignoring my little oopsie on that corner there, that whole thing is starting to lean to the left because of the pressure of that snow. So this is just another reason why I have to get the snow off. Things are actually not going well with this thing. See how up top there you can see that it's hooked over the top all the way down that side. Same thing as you come this way, you see that right there, it slips over the edge because the weight of all this snow popped that tarp over, and I'm gonna try and get inside there. It's behind my stack of hay, but if I loosen this, I should be able to pop it back up over the top. Let me just take a second here to say that these shelter logics are great. They really, really are. You are not gonna have any kind of canopy type structure that's gonna withstand the snow that we get out here. You're just not. The failures that we have had with them, I'm sorry to admit, we're all preventable, right? There's, I'll have to show you all this later, but there may or may not be another shelter logic in the trees over there.
Back there, way back there, is our other broken shelter logic.
Because I wanted to build a base like I built for this one and tie it down, and I got busy. And so I didn't use the regular anchors because they would have been in the way when I went to build that base and slide it in. So that bit me in the seat meat. And then last year, not having cleared the stuff off along the sides of these things, you know, again, that was another discrepancy on my part that bit me in the butt. And Steve, what are you doing? Is that your secret? Get away from the dog spot? Huh? Yeah? So you can see while we're in here talking to Steve that here's where that end piece has slipped over the edge. You can see the light coming through, and you can see that there I am. Holes in the boat, Captain. You can see up here, this stuff is just like flexing in with the weight of that snow. Once we get the snow off of this thing and rescue it, I'll get that other end fixed, and we should be walking in tall cotton, as they say. All right, that was a good excuse to take a break. Now I'll get back at it. All right, well, I've gotten a good bit more done, but y'all didn't see it because I started the time lapse and had the camera facing the wrong way. So the sun's coming out. It's getting absolutely gorgeous, but I gotta show you something cool. I'm gonna take y'all up to where I was working. If I can climb up there without dropping this guy. Okay. Here is where I'm shoveling. I'm working on getting all this up. It's hard to tell, but there's a crust of ice underneath here. Makes it super heavy. That's why I'm using a square point shovel rather than a snow shovel. But this here that's almost even with my head, well, I guess it's not almost even with my head. It's about 1.5 feet higher than me. But that's 13 foot off the ground. You gotta check this out. Like, we're not that high off the ground, but the sun came out and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful out here. Such a beautiful day though. So this time I'll set the camera up on time lapse and I'll actually face it at what I'm doing, because staring at a big mound of snow behind the camera really isn't that exciting. Quick breather here. Slowly but surely we're getting there. I've got another 8 feet or so to go, and then I want to be big words are hard. I want to dig down far enough to where if we get a bit more snow, which it's March, it's probably going to happen, we will still have room for that snow to go, and I can knock it off the top of the shelter logic. was talking to some people here earlier this week, and they are saying that we have gotten about 12 feet of snow this year. So the way it works is you'll get a bunch of snow and either it'll melt down or you'll get more snow and it'll compress that snow down. But they say we've gotten 12 foot of snow so far, not this year, but this winter. And I guess it puts us in like the top 20 of snowfall years for Willow. So Miss Crystal and I get kind of curious about who we've got in with us. So if you don't live in the area, put in the comments down below where you live, how much snowfall you get each season, or how much rain. That would be super cool too. So hit us up in the comments. That'd be super cool to see. All right, I'm gonna get back at it. All right, y'all, that's about it. And by it, I mean that's about as far as I'm gonna go today. We have relieved a whole bunch of that lateral pressure on that side. I'll see if I can get a shot here and just show you. I still got about 3 foot or so of snow up on the side of it. Let me spin the camera around so you can see. I got a lot of that lateral pressure off because that snow was up over the bend up there. So, and now we're down below it. Once again, thanks for joining us at Flat Tire Farm. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss any of our crazy shenanigans out here as we enjoy a beautiful spring. It is 31 degrees outside today and man, I love it. See y'all later. We'll catch you on the next one.